Well, we do have a game against the Blues. Byram makes his debut. Get him into shape. When did Vanacker play the last time? I forget. He played on the 27th. Okay. Can keep Mishiak there for now. What about Lucius? He hasn't played in a while. So Nazer, come out for a bit. Lucius can get a game. And we go. 3-2 win over the Blues. Very good. We keep that bowl rolling. Cam Reed, Oliver Moore, and a shootout win with Carbonell's goal. How was Byram? 91 defensive game rating. Okay. Not bad at all. And Cam Reed, goal and assist and a good game. He's really starting to take off at the age of 21. Yeah, he was the guy when Lupin tried to ruin our locker room chemistry with his stupid antics. We just yeeted him for Cam Reed. How's Lupin doing then? I mean, he's got 30 points in Tampa. Not bad. It's another center. Seems like a good trade for both parties so far. Connor McDavid has reached 100 points and he's passed Cole Caulfield in the scoring race. And we are only 40 points behind with Connor. Need a little bit of a hot streak to catch up. Have Nashville. Might as well keep the lineup, do we? Let's throw Nazer back in. Let the man play. And he finally can. 5-2 over Nashville. Away from home. Grabbing those points. Vladi's getting 1. Mishiak. Oh, Veleno, 19 on the year. He's about to break the 20-goal barrier. Has he done so? I think he's kind of hovered at 15-ish. 16, 19, 14, 15, and now again 19. And Bedard hits number 40. Oliver Moore with an empty netter and number 29. Not bad at all. And Sillinger adds 3 assists. And showing why he's gonna make 8 point whatever it was. Couple of bad performances around the board. Byram, absolutely terrible game. He does get a point though. Was looking for that point. Where did that happen? Oh, there it is. Secondary assist on the Mishiak goal. And we are going back home. We have LA, Detroit, Columbus, and Utah. 4 straight home games. Guess this is the time to pull away from Mammoth. We are 15 points clear in the playoffs, and 5 points clear of Winnipeg. Just keep this going. I'm gonna keep Byram in the lineup once again. Against LA, 8-1 domination. No one could stop Connor Bedard. 4 goals for Connor. He is on a roll. Sillinger supports with 3 points. Byram 2 assists. Nichushkin gets the LA's lone goal in the first. And they actually led 1-0. And Bedard strikes twice in the second, and we explode for 6 goals in the final frame. And that's actually a natural Hattie from Bedard. And then it's Korchinski, Sillinger, Veleno, Ladis, and Bedard once again. What else do we have here? Let's see. Levshunov had a 3-point game. Korchinski 3. And Ladis 3. Okay, and Commesso with a good game. Oettinger, not so much. Only 692. Nah. In that one. A little bit shaky. Will Shields with a Hattie down in the AHL. What did we got him for Spencer Knight, yeah. How is Spencer doing in the Islanders? Down on for okay. Knight's actually doing well in the Islander jersey. Good for him, I guess. And we are winning games, so we touch nothing. Home against Detroit, 5-4. We squeak through. Jake Sanderson about to come back. Moore gets number 30 of the year, but then we go down 3-1. Because that is kind of what we do. Byram gets a goal, Bedard, number 45. And Greg gets one. And we have an OT winner on the power play by Bowen Byram. Oh, Byram's off to a hell of a start. Yeah, 5 points plus 7 in 4 games. Do I even want Sanderson to come back at this rate? We'll see. And Shane Wright. Severe neck laceration, out for 4 months, so he will not be back anytime soon. And the Flyers are probably still fighting for a playoff spot, so that is a big hit for them. Where are the Flyers? Yeah, they are right there, like 1 point away from the playoffs, and now they lose Wright. But we, on the other hand, keep on going. Home game against Columbus. 2-0 win. Commesso gets another shutout. Lundestrom and Bedard with goals. And 31 save shutout for Commesso. We were actually outshot pretty severely there. Yeah, that's what good goaltending gets you. That's Connor Bedard's goal number 300 of his career. No injuries. So we just keep on going against Utah. Vetrano, considering retirement at 35. Yeah, he was on the trade block. Not doing all that well for such a good player in Utah. We play against them, 8-0 win on the home ice for the good guys. While Tampa has released Dennis Hildeby from his contract. So 8-0. Bedard, goal, 2 assists. Kisakov, 3 assists. Ladis, goal and assist. First period, Sillinger, Bedard, Dagenstein. Oh, actually, Dagenstein getting a goal. That's nice. Followed by Ladis, Vlasic, another one from Dagenstein, Carbono, and Moore. Naser actually gets a couple assists again. He's kind of getting back to it as well. Little by little. That is good to see. What's happening on the injury list? Couple of weeks still before we get Sanderson back. Yeah, Byram is already plus 11 in 6 games. Those were home games mostly though, so let's not get too excited. We have 2, 3, 4 games away from home now. First one back-to-back against Vancouver and Seattle. Vancouver, obviously the better team, but Seattle's good as well. We keep Comesso in the net for Vancouver. How do we do? 5-3 win, okay. We have Vancouver's number at least. And Levshunov is injured. Only black guy though, so he won't miss too much. Which is nice. We have Veleno scores number 21. Bedard hits 2 to make it 49 on the year. Followed by Ladis and more. Very good. So all of a sudden Bedard has exploded for a bunch of goals. 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 12, 14 goals in his last 10 games. Not bad at all. To handle that Levshunov thing though. So I guess Reed will take that spot. We put Henry down on the third pair. And Reed can play the first unit again. Don't want to injure Levshunov for sure. Skinner gets a start. It's been a while. And 5-2 loss. Stewart does not understand what we want to do here. Which should be like fairly simple. We just want to win games. Naser gets his second of the year and Bedard hits number 50. Very good. Not a great game, was that like 0.833 for Skinner, yeah. But he did go cold with Comesso's hot streak. And just having Levshunov sit out is kind of a sucky thing. So both Levshunov and Sanderson. So basically one of them comes back, then Byram can play whatever. Levshunov sits, yep. Just keep on going. 2 games against Calgary in a row away from home. Not sure if I've ever seen that happen in real life. Bedard does get yet another one. Number 51 right there. Ladis gets one. And that's another shootout win. We actually managed to turn the OTs into wins, and we are top of the conference now. Caught up with Vancouver. Which is nice to see. We're going for a 100-point season all of a sudden again. Shouldn't have close to returning. Not there yet, though. Just keep the same lineup against the Flames again. 6-3 loss. Is Comesso's bound to have a bad game? Come on, Bedard suspended. That's how you wanna wrap this season up. Cabano, Greg, and Ladis with our goals, and then we just shit the bed. Allow 5 in a row. Matt Coronado. Couple of goals right there. Yeah, so Bedard is fighting for another Maurice Richard, but decides to get suspended now. How do we do this? The problem is, the game still counts Bedard as a player on the roster, so we cannot replace him with an AHL player without sending someone down. I guess Vanacker gets to play in the AHL a little bit now. He does not need to be waived, so we can bring Stanbury back up. for the 2 games. Then we'll just do a switcheroo again. And we can play Bedard. Stanbury in there. Again, not a playmaker. You will play a perimeter shooter. What to say about Lev Shunov? We have 2 days off, so he will be back. Throw him on the first pair, and Henry comes out of the lineup. Reed goes back in. Nothing happening. Is Sanderson ready? Nope, still day to day. He will be ready in a couple of days, so we are sending Henry down already, I think. Oh no, there's a back-to-back. I'll wait until Sanderson is actually back. So against the Avs, what do we have? That is the team, sure. It's a home game, 2-0 win over the bottom-feeding Avalanche. And Cam Reed. Torn elbow ligament. Cool. I will not play him injured, so... Well, that kinda solved the issue. Who plays, who doesn't. So he's out indefinitely. 71 games, 26 points and a plus 25. His first year here. Off to the injury list you go. Now that sucks dicks. Now I'm happy I actually got Byram on the deadline. Greg and Sillinger with goals. Stanbury adds an assist. Byram 2 assists. Good job. And Markstrom damn near made that a nightmare for us. You have back-to-back Carolina and Utah. Injury list. No, still not. I mean, I can bring Sanderson back to the roster now. Reed is now on the list. Bedard will sit the first game. What do we want to do here anyway? Don't think we care about Carolina game that much. Utah, well, both kind of good teams. We're gonna give Skinner the start against Carolina. And a boom. 3-1 loss. Well, can't blame Skinner on that if we only score 1 goal. We do get Connor back. Mishiak with the lone goal. Okay, well, Skinner still managed to suck in that game. I can blame him. I can blame all year long. Stanbury out. Bedard goes back in. Anyone else tired? No. Sanderson still hurt. Yes. And Comesso starts against the Mammoth. And that's another loss. 4-3. Not the time to start losing games, boys. Not the time. It is a shootout loss, though. We do grab a point. Kocinski, Carbonneau, and Sillinger with goals. Has Sillinger ever scored 30 goals? Where do we start? That's our year. So, no, he had 28 last year. And 29 is his personal record. So, Utah, shootout loss. I did check this out again. Already? Yep. Sanderson almost back. Have a game against Edmonton. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, we send Mishiak down. We bring him back up. Send Stanbury down. Not Mishiak, but Vanaker, right? Let's bring him back up. No one's having good time in the AHL. That's Mishiak. Where's Vanaker? Okay, what's Kisakov doing? Nothing, really. I should give Vanaker a game, probably. Somewhere? I mean, that second line wing is just not getting any goals. But we are winning games, so I guess that's good. Counter-attacking forward? I mean, sure. Why not? Doesn't have to be a sniper there. Yep, that is the team at home against the Oilers. 11-3. We clap their cheeks. Oliver Moore with a 3-goal effort. Lundström 4 points. That is a hell of a game. Oliver Moore starts with 2 shorties in the first period. Not bad. It is the same penalty kill as well. Followed by Sillinger and Vanaker. Hey, Vanaker gets a goal straight away. Good job. Vanaker gets 2. I have Carbonneau, Kisakov, Moore gets his Hattie in the second. And Byram, Gregg and Lundström finish the game. Really, Gregg already 31 assists as well. The third line is bumping. Gregg. 43 points. I guess he really wants to stay, huh? That is a... There is a lot of Mikko Björk being a beast there as well. He's still going even if Björk is injured. Not too many games left. What do we have? 4 games left. We are winning our division, fighting Vancouver for the Western Conference title. Someone in the East has taken the President. For sure. Comesso wins goalie of the month. Sanderson says he's ready. And development-wise, nothing major in the NHL. Samuel Music getting a couple of points, but not exactly like a surprise for a half-star 18-year-old. Valov, something. Skinner declining, Fogel declining. No real surprises anywhere. Stenborg gets 1 in screening, good. Anyone else we want to follow with a... Not really. Kevin Drew, another point somewhere. Where did he go? Kevin. 1 point to leadership. Okay. Oh, right. We sent him to Indy Fuel. He's been good in the East Coast. Not bad. Anywho. Monthly budget. We keep everything scouts. Okay. Under 18s. Get you there. AHL playoffs. Don't care about these. Kelly Cup. Sure. And you can check the Stanley Cup playoffs. Very good. Game against the Blues was... No, Sanderson's not. He's not fit, but he is ready to go in the next game. Against the Wild. For now, St. Louis. 5-1 win at home. Kisakov, Korchinski, Veleno, Moore, and Bedard with number 52. And Ty Henry with 3 assists. Someone tries to hold on to their spot in the lineup. Fortunately, that's not in the cards for Ty right now. Although 18 games, 12 points and plus 16. He is definitely making a case for himself for next year as well. Where's Byram? 15 games, 12 points plus 16. But Sanderson cannot play the right side. Oh no. Okay. We just have to make the change, I guess. I don't want to sit Sanderson. So we would be like Sanderson with Rinsell and then Kocinski with Byram. And Henry would be the extra. Unless Henry plays and Byram's the extra like we originally planned. Or we'll give this a go. We have a couple of games before the playoffs. Home against Wild, 2-1 loss. Doesn't really say anything about our defense though. Bedard with number 53, and that's an OT loss. Again, Kaprizov. Damn that man. I mean, Byron played good. Sanderson played good. Okay. And we finish off with 2 away games. I think Vancouver's going to take West. Owen Conrad. Waiting for offer sheets. 22-year-old defenseman can play both sides. A lot of minuses, but it is Nashville. Well, Nashville's not a bad team, though. Not like a total bottom feeder. I think I'm gonna rest Levshunov for a game. Even though he is 84% with fitness, but I don't want to take a risk of injuring him just before the playoffs. Against Tampa for 1 loss. Why do we crumble when the playoffs come around? Carbonell with a lone goal. And Byram -2. He was playing on the first unit. Just throw Levshunov back in. I think Henry's now in the PK, and Sanderson is in the power play. And what did Vanacker do when he came back up? He had 2 goals, he had an assist, and then well, Tampa game was terrible, but he's been playing okay-ish. Okay. So this would be the lineup we intended to go with into the playoffs. Byram as an extra. Well, Mishiak and Vanacker, whoever plays, doesn't really matter. Lucius sitting out for Nazer. Comesso starting. Last game in the regular season, we drop it 5-4. Whoop-de-doo. And that's a regulation loss as well. And it's a third period meltdown. Sillinger, Degenstein, Bedard, and Vanacker get our goals. Sillinger hits 30. That's actually number 31. Bedard finishes with 54 goals on the year. And this is not how we want to end the regular season. But it is what it is. Let's get all the other games played to make sure regular season is done. Yeah, seems like it. So, standings. Wild card. In the Eastern Conference, the Ottawa Senators take home the President's Trophy. Well, that's never gonna happen, right? Anyway, West Carolina wins the Metro. Toronto is in a wildcard 1, and Detroit beats Tampa to the playoffs by 1 point. Boston right there at the bottom with 63 points on the year. New Jersey finally got going at some point. They were like, what, 5-20 or something at one point. And in West, Pacific goes to Vancouver with 113. We take Central with 106. And there was some squeaky bum time in the West wildcard chase. Calgary makes it in with 92, Utah makes it in with 91, and LA is out with 90 points. Edmonton at the bottom with 73. Hold on. Rangers and Islanders are in lottery again. They just have this tendency to pick in like top 5 every year. Somehow they don't get any better though. It's weird. Stats. Points. Race goes to Connor McDavid, 123 on the year. Followed by Cole Caulfield, 117. Stützle, 109. Matthews, 105. And then we don't have anyone else breaking the 100-point barrier. Reinhardt gets to 97 and then it just trails off. Goals. Austin Matthews, 62. Takes the Richard. Bedard with 54 with, 14 games less played? Once again, injuries kinda screwing Bedard over. Caulfield 52, McDavid 52. Lucas Raymond with a 46 goal season. Reinhardt 46, Stützle 45. We do have some young blood here. Cole Yzerman, 40 goals at 22 years old. And Montreal's Demidov, 38 goals. He's 23. Okay, we are getting some new names and faces up here. What else do we have? Where's defenseman? Points. Quinn Hughes, 82. Followed by McCarr, 78. So those two are fighting over the Conn Smythe again. What else? Chabot, Bouchard, Hudson. Who's this guy? Kyle Masters. I think he was... No, he wasn't up here the last year. Seems like Toronto's found themselves a decent offensive defenseman. Yeah. Defender goals. Chabot hits 25, McCarr 24, Hughes 21, and we have Sandin Pellikka. Finally getting going for Detroit. Brastovich and all of them. What about goalies? No. Up that away. Goalies, starters with 50 games minimum. Wins, Linus Ullmark of Ottawa. Well, that doesn't really surprise me if they won the Presidents. 9 shutouts for Philadelphia's Ersson, followed by Ullmark's 8. And then we have Joey Daccord of Seattle with 7, Lankinen of Vancouver 7. And saving percentage, 2 guys hit .92, Ersson with 921 and Lankinen with 920. And where's Comesso? Is he like down here? Oh yeah. Number 18. Drew Comesso, 906. Well, still better than he's been before. He's been like a sub 900 guy. Yeah, I guess that's the stats. We can go over our own team. So Comesso, 61 games. 36, 16, and 6 with 6 shutouts and 906. Skinner as a backup, 14, 10, and 0. 1 shutout, 886. Not the greatest. Then again, it's Skinner, but he's not expensive. And we can forgive him a little bit. So our team forwards, Bedard played only 68 games, still 54 goals, 81 points, followed by Sillinger, who broke the 30 goal mark for the first time, 71 points. Oliver Moore, 36 goals again, Kind of lacking on the assists. No, actually, that was his best season. Never mind. Ladis gets to 63. Definitely working well with Bedard and Sillinger. Carbonell 48. Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna knock him on having only 48 points when he's plus 24. Greg, 44 points, making a case for himself. Kisakov, though. Only 17 goals, 39 points. He was playing the third line, though. Which is not terrible. Lundestrom with 39. Veleno hit 22 goals. Not bad for a fourth line center. Vanacker having a little bit of sophomore curse. Lucius didn't get going at all, basically. He was in and out of the lineup. Same with Mishiak. Degenstein was just a stand-in for Björk, and Naser came back from that fractured skull. Kinda didn't get it going, but he was playing the third line. And our defenseman, Rinsel, 54 points. Lev should have never got those goals. He kept on shooting, but just nothing goes in. 67 games, only 4 goals, down from 18 last year. And plus 25 though. Even if the point totals went down, Rinsel did kind of stand in though. Korchinski, kind of a normal season. We did have like insane plus minus on everyone. Sanderson missed a whole bunch of games. Still 35 points. Vlasic still shutting down that first pair. Byram, 12 points in 17 games. He is a rental. I gotta keep reminding myself of that. And Ty Henry, 20 games on that bottom pair. And first PK unit, 12 assists. And plus 14. And on the injury list we have Cam Reed. Where's your stats? 71 games with 26 points and a plus 25. He will miss the rest of the year. So that is our team. And the stats. We can head to the playoffs. We have the award nominees. Hart Trophy, probably going to go to McDavid again. Caulfield and Hughes, the other nominees. Vesina will be between Wall, Lankinen and Ersson. Norris Trophy. Oh, they don't even have Makar as a nominee now. That's weird. So it's between Alex Nikishin, Quinn Hughes and Thomas Chabot. And we don't have a Calder nominee because Björk was injured for the majority of the season. Hold on. He had 50 games played, 20 goals, 34 points and a plus 22 as a rookie. Third liner. Unfortunate injury to him though. Wait, hold on. How long is he out for? Another 2 months. So he's gonna miss the playoffs entirely as well. Anyway, Calder nominees. Alexis Joseph of San Jose had 27 goals, 58 points. Kevin Weibel of the Penguins, only 38 points. And Xavier Villeneuve of the Islanders, not bad, 48 points, 14 goals for a defenseman. And they are finally getting something going out there on the island. Executive of the Year, not me. Jack Adams, and not me. Selke nominees, Barrett Hayton. Oh, he would be a nice third line center. I doubt they want to give him up though. Fabian Zetterlund of Ottawa is there, and Xavier Bourgault of Ottawa. Oh, Ottawa has 2 nominees for the Selke. Well, then again, I guess there's a reason why they are President's winners. Lady Byng is between Eichel, DeBrusk, and Nylander. Mark Messier Trophy, Artyom Vilchinsky, John Carlson or Matvei Michkov. Michkov, total disaster of a year. I see. Carlson still going hard in the NHL despite being a 39-year-old veteran. And Vilchinsky is a new guy who barely played. No, well, he played, but didn't do anything. I guess you gotta have that one off-board pick every time you go for a Messier Trophy. And Ted Lindsay nominees: Makar, Caulfield, and McDavid.